overnight I've had a little bit of a small win that I want to share on this video today. Now, it's nothing amazing, so don't get your hopes up that it's something amazing, but overnight I've broken the 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Absolutely fantastic. Woohoo! So, I just wanted to do this video today about the small wins and celebrating the small wins, because I think it's something that we don't necessarily do as small business owners. I know that I've been guilty of this loads of times before, where you kind of miss the small things along the way while you're on your journey to getting towards a goal or getting to do something that you're trying to do. And yeah, I think it's just a good time just to step back and actually give the little things a bit of a celebration. So yeah, I'm obviously trying to grow my following across all my social media channels. YouTube is a big area of focus for me. This year, it's something that I dabbled with loads in the past, but this year I've really kicked on. And YouTube is a big area of focus, as well as all my other social media channels, all with the aim of helping me to grow my small business to £100,000 turnover by the end of this year. So, 101 subscribers. It's gone up from 97 overnight, so 4 new subscribers overnight, which for me is actually really good because the needle hadn't moved for weeks on the subscriber count. So it's a good thing. Now, I think what we tend to do, and I'll only ever talk from my own experience, is when we set ourselves a goal, we set ourselves a big goal, a little goal, whatever it might be. It might be a business-related goal. So for me, the £100,000 turnover. For personal goals, you know, I've got goals to better my fitness, to better my health this year, to lose some weight. So obviously I've got goals in those sort of areas. And I think what we tend to do is, what I always tend to do is massively overestimate the time frame that things actually take. And obviously you're expecting to go to the gym and train for a week or do a diet for a week and end up getting to the end of the week and losing £10, or you've got a big business finance goal and you're expecting within the first couple of weeks to have hit that goal or to hit big numbers. And I think we kind of get into that point where we expect sort of all these dramatic results to come out of what we're doing with really the minimal sort of effort. And instead of sort of measuring those daily things that we're doing and the actual improvements that we're making, it's all being measured against these sort of more unrealistic things, which are the things that are well out of our control. So the £100,000 turnover, the lose 3 stone goal, whatever it might be, build loads of muscle. And each day, obviously, when you're looking at the small things that you're doing, it just seems completely insignificant a lot of the time. You know, 101 subscribers in the grand scheme of things seems insignificant. But obviously, for me to get to my goals, where I'm trying to go to obviously grow my audience across social media, 100 people now is far better than 97 people a few days ago. And I think it's just important to sit back and actually buzz about it, because I do feel quite buzzing about it when I saw that number this morning and seeing that I'd broken the 100 subscriber mark. It's good, you know, it's felt like it's been a long time coming. I've posted lots and lots of videos over the last few weeks and the needle just doesn't seem to be moving. So obviously when I've seen that this morning, I'm buzzing about it. You know, that 100 needs to turn into 200, that 200 to turn into 500, then to 1,000, then to 10,000, and then up to 100,000, and onwards and onwards and onwards. And just taking that step back, I think, is really, really important. One thing that I did see earlier on when I was looking through YouTube was I saw somebody talking about weighing an ant. Now, if you were to put an ant on a scales, on your weighing scales in the kitchen, it's not going to register any sort of weight, because there's nothing, obviously, there's no mass, there's no real weight to that, obviously, very tiny little creature. And I think, obviously, what we tend to do is we're trying to weigh our ants, so to speak, comparing that to, you know, this big picture kind of thing, rather than actually understanding that if you put 1,000 ants on the weighing scales, you know, that's then going to register some weight. And effectively, 100 subscribers, it pales in comparison to everything else. But when you stack those up, it actually starts coming into obviously the significant numbers. And the same way with all of the different things that we're doing on a day-to-day basis when I'm training every morning, I'm lifting weights every morning now, I'm going out for walks, I'm eating right, but the scales for me are not really shifting all that much. But each and every one of those times that I obviously get my arse in gear and actually do what I need to do every single day, all of those things are actually stacking up to get me to that end goal. And every day that, one ant doesn't look transformational when you put it on the scales, but when you put 1,000 ants on there, it's going to obviously tip the scales and obviously show a weight. And it's just realising that those little things that we kind of have to go through every single day is what we need to do. And I think sitting back and actually looking at that small, tiny, insignificant win is going to start building momentum. It's given me a buzz this morning. That's given me obviously the impetus to carry on going, to keep posting the videos. Did I want to post a video today? Not necessarily. It's pissing down outside. I didn't necessarily feel like making a video today, but I know that every single one of these steps that I'm taking is leading me up to those 100,000 follower goal, £100,000 turnover goal. And I just need to continue to look and step back and look at the day-to-day wins and actually take them as what they are and take them as the wins. The real progress and obviously getting towards any goal, it's just all based on your habits. It's based on doing the same thing each and every day consistently, showing up every single day consistently. And eventually, when you follow that process, it gets you to where you want to be. And that's what I'm focusing on and cracking on with basically, and just reminding myself that I just need to keep celebrating those little wins. So what little win have you had recently? Let me know in the comments below. Obviously these videos, the idea behind these videos is I want to start conversation with other small business owners who are right in the thick of the messy middle of growing and running a business just the same way that I am. So we're not alone. I want it to be, a nice place for a conversation between like-minded people who are all on the same sort of path. So if you haven't done so already, drop me a comment, like the video, I'd really appreciate it. I'm off to celebrate this massive win now today and take it for what it is, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-da!